What's up, Star Wars fans? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. I want to talk to you guys about the most popular fan theories heading into Star Wars Episode 9. So there's several of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up into a series and release the videos one day at a time because I really want to have a conversation around each fan theory so that I can hear your feedback. So I'm not going to say too much more. I'm just going to let you guys hear this fan theory, then I want to know what you think. All right, so the next popular fan theory heading into Episode 9 is that Snoke's other apprentice will turn up. So according to this one, the rumor started in a souvenir issue of Star Wars Insider magazine where there was a mention that Snoke trained Kylo Ren and at least one other apprentice. Now, of course, Snoke kind of hinted that he's had another apprentice with the statements that he made to Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens. Now, last fall/winter, that was when I was reading I think Everything You Need to Know About Star Wars book heading into The Last Jedi. And that was where it was revealed that the Knights of Ren are all Force sensitive. They're all dark side Force users. And because of the way they're described, I'm under the impression that the Knights of Ren are not other students who left the Jedi Order with Kylo Ren, but it's possible they could be. The original description in the concept, like the book with all the concept artwork, described Ben as after he left the Jedi Order, after he burned it down, he fell in with a gang, right? And so I always was under the impression that the Knights of Ren existed and Kylo Ren joined them, and because he was the most powerful, the most gifted, he became kind of the leader of the gang. But they were already around. So for now, until we learn otherwise, until we get a full backstory on the Knights of Ren, I'm going to go with the Knights of Ren were Snoke's other apprentices. They were members of the mystical branch of the First Order, which we still have not heard anything about. Maybe this stuff that existed in Legends where Palpatine had these Force mystics and advisors, and then you had these other dark side users who were Sith but not Sith. They didn't join the Baonite Order of Sith. Maybe they do all of that under Snoke, and Snoke is, you know, it's like we find out that there's some other group of Force wielders who delved into the dark side of the Force, but not the way the Sith did, right? Because I mean, Snoke didn't have like the dark side degradation the way Palpatine did, even though he had, you know, Force lightning and he had, you know, this amazing telekinetic abilities and he could probe minds and do some things that we didn't really see Palpatine do, but Palpatine could do them because, you know, as we get these new novels and whatnot, you know, Palpatine displays those abilities where he can sense things, read minds, and whatnot as well, right? But Palpatine was more about, I don't need to show my power, right? I've got charisma that I think Snoke lacked. And I'm going to talk about that probably in a video where I take down some of the stuff Star Wars Theories has been saying about Snoke. Because I feel like Snoke has always been kind of a pretender. He needed to fake the funk. He does a thing that actually occurred in history, in real history, where you had these kings that would try to start their empire, and the way their claim to their legitimacy is they would try to do things to tie themselves back to the Roman emperors. They say, oh, well, the Roman emperors said this, or they had this, or they do this thing, and I do that thing because I'm an extension of Rome. You see how great Rome was? Well, I'm an extension of that. So by proxy, that makes me great. That makes our kingdom great. That makes you great because we are bathing in the same waters that the great Roman Empire did. And Snoke does that same thing, right? That ring that he wears, hey man, that is tying him to Palpatine, right? Except, oh, I wear gold robes and I'm decadent and my guards look even cooler than the Imperial guards, right? He's trying to one-up Palpatine to give himself some legitimacy. I'm the new emperor. I'm the better emperor, right? Even when you read Bloodline, right? We're not going to have an emperor. We're going to have a first senator, right? We need someone who was like Palpatine, but not greedy and not corrupt. We need someone who's wise, right? Who has all of the greatness that Palpatine had, but none of the flaws, right? It's all in there, right? So, I think that the absence of Snoke could create we could find out more about the mystical branch of the First Order and the vacuum that it leaves there as Kylo Ren is now the supreme leader, and maybe somebody's like, yo, man, you didn't earn that spot. I was the next in line, or I was with Snoke before you, right? So there could, like I said, we could see the First Order get splintered into factions, right? So I think it's possible we might find out who Snoke's other students or apprentices were in episode 9. And if not, I mean, my real thinking is that we're going to get all the background stuff on Snoke after 9 is out. And then it's like, okay, now we're going to open the floodgates, because there literally is like Lucasfilm, like the story group, there's a certain time period and certain details that they will not let anyone deal with, work with, right, until they're finished with this sequel saga. And I heard that from one of the writers who's writing, these novels. Well, all right, guys, so you've heard the fan theory and you heard what I thought about it, but now I would like to hear from you. So what do you like? What do you not like? Do you buy it or do you not? So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And I will be checking back to see what you all have to say, right? This is the start of the conversation. I want you guys to carry it on. And maybe I'll do a follow-up based on what I see from you guys. So like I said, comment below. I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, click that subscribe button and take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Embark on the journey of becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Continue to support the channel. You can do that by checking out more videos from this channel, like you can check out the latest fan theory in this series, or you can check out some of my other videos on Star Wars Episode 9. But anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.